All right. Okay, good evening to all of you. Welcome back to database lesson. It's week 19, lesson 2, table unions and introduction to calculations, coding dojo. Announcements. The mock belt practice exam is on the LP and this is a link. If you want to start the practice of the mock belt exam, this is highly recommended to do the practice using this one. So here, this is the policies and this is a practice exam. You can download the data set and follow step by step. And second recommendation is whenever you are practicing for the BELT exam, don't forget to use the rubrics, to follow the rubrics that is in your feedback document under the sheet, your BELT exam 5. Okay, that is very important. And we can have a walkthrough as an optional bonus lesson on the mock belt on Friday at the same time using the same Zoom link. Okay, so we will discuss all together and go through this practice exam. I will share the recorded video, but I will not share the solution notebook. Okay. BELT exam eligibility. The 80% attendance is required. Okay, you cannot miss more than one lesson. All of week 1 and week 2 assignments are submitted. This is mandatory. If someone is pending with the week 2 assignments, please submit it as soon as possible. Resubmission from week 1 is addressed. Okay. And content from this week will also be in your BELT exam. This week's assignments due by Friday 9 a.m. PST. That is your core analyzing analyst salaries part 1 and core analyzing analyst salaries point 2, core project 4 with the Tableau. Okay. Previous class, your learning objective were what the Tableau is and the purpose it serves. And name a key element of the Tableau public UI. Contrast the dimension and measures. Create a bar graphs, line graphs, and maps in Tableau. Apply the filters and sets and the hierarchy. Create, share Tableau story. Okay, this is what so far we have covered in the introduction of the Tableau. So before moving ahead, this is just a heads up. I want to share the two things today. And first thing is submitting Tableau links. If you are facing the issue by when you click on the share notebook in your the cloud where you are saving the notebook and you copy that small link and uploading your work on the LP, if it is creating a problem, invalid link, then you can do one thing. You can open your notebook in the browser, copy this link from the address bar, and then you can submit it. Okay. Second important thing, I found from many in the assignments, they students have a confusion in one thing that is related to the code. Okay. If you are here, I will show here. Okay. For example, if this is your DF, right? And you are applying some function on this reset index, or it can be anything. Okay. It can be any method. I'm just giving the example. If I will not do this way, I will just do this way. Okay. It is not related to only pandas. It is related to your programming, especially whenever you are doing these kind of things. If you are not reassigning it to the new variable, it is going to run only and only runtime. It is temporary. It is not permanent. Okay. So if you want to make the stable result, you want to use this output further, you need to reassign it to the variable. So this may confuse you. So it will be like this way. Okay. This is not related only to pandas. This is from the programming point of view as well. Either you're working in Python, Java, in any language. If you want to use the further results from the previous method, you need to reassign it to the variable. This is mandatory. Okay. So this is a common problem I have seen. Now, the today's learning objectives are, after this lesson, you will be able to how to merge data with the unions in the Tableau, create the quick table calculations with the time series, create a date function in the Tableau, create a logic function in Tableau. This is we are going to cover up today. So let's do some vocabulary check for today. Okay. So this is the question. What is the dimension? You need to pick up a one option out of A, B, C, D. You can type your answer in the chat as well. Good, good, good. Very good. All right. Great. Yes. Dimension is your categorical data, text, grouping variable, or independent variable. Okay. It's not numeric. It's not measure value. What is a field? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. This is incorrect answer. Okay. A location on the Tableau UI where we set the rows and columns. This is your viewpoint. Right
Is it
side
B?
one.
Sorry.
Yes, it's a B.
I don't want to know myself.
Okay. It's a B answer. A column from the original data set, right? We are talking about field here. We are not separating measure name, measure value. We are talking about just the column names. Okay. All right. Very good. What is a measure? Good. Hmm. Very good. Yes. It's a numeric data dependent variable fields to explain and explore. What is a set? Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it grouping variable with two or more groups, or it's just a binary grouping variable? Whenever, if you remember, whenever you are creating this set, it shows only two values, in and out, right? And this is a binary, like the two values always. Next, we take a step on that. Then we like show all members in those groups. Okay. So it's a binary grouping variable. What is a hierarchy? It cannot be categorical grouping variable. This is wrong, right? It cannot be binary grouping variable. So what is the answer from C and D? I much appreciated. Very good. So D is the answer. Yes, it's a combination of related nested dimensions. All right. Thanks for your responses. Now we will start with the combining rows across the files, that is unions in Tableau. So before moving ahead, I will take you on the tour of the Tableau. Okay, then we will do the code along. So here, this is a repository. We are going to use the two data set today. First is the UFO and second is the student union, your version 2. Okay, so you can click on that if you want to do the code along with me, and you just prepare with the data set. Okay, so first of all, we will talk about the unions. Maybe you have heard this word in the SQL as well. What is a union? Okay, Now look at this. In pandas, when you are trying to do the union, let's suppose you have the like data frames, different data frames, but with the different months, right? But they all are separate files, right? You want to combine them, right? Column is the same. Your rows may be up and down. It's not required at all same rows, right? But it's a hierarchy, like it's a hierarchy same. It's a month based, right? May, June, July, or maybe any other month, right? If you want to join together, that is called unions. In Panda, we call it concat. Okay. Then it is do very simple way. When you say concat, the first data frame will come at the top, then second at the bottom, and then so on. There is a no comparison. This is just a simple concatenation. As it is, it will concat your all data frame. Okay. So this is like we call the unions. The same way in your Tableau is also. Okay. Tableau will automatically detect these things like same columns, or it's a number of the data frames, the files over there. It will connect your like all tables together. Okay. How it look like? Look at this. For example, if if you look at this on the left side, you have a multiple UFU files, right? This is based on the different years, right? When I import the data. But if I want to create the union for this thing, what you need to do, you will just, the first way, this is manual way. By default, if you remember, whenever you are importing the data and you click on the data source, when data is imported, the second window when open, on the right side, you see the first file of your data, right? By default, like this is coming, UFU sightings 1906, right? If you want to union the 1910 data with 1906, you can drag and drop it. Okay. You can see when I drag it here, it is with the orange shadow is coming here, union. Okay. I will show you all these things in code along as well. And in this, when you see this, you can drop it. When you drop it, this way the union is created between two tables. Okay. So this is a sign will come. This is a sign of union. This is a manual way. This is useful whenever you are not, you don't want to connect all files. Maybe you want to analyze the data up to some extent, then you can use this option, but it is rare to be used. Okay. This is one way. Another way, this is very good way. Maybe you have a 10 files, maybe you have a 20, maybe you have a 50 files. How could you do that? You need to click here, new union. You will find this button at the bottom. And when you click that, this window will pop up. Here you will find the two options, specific and wildcard. So we will choose a wildcard. Then second window pop up. Okay. In this, it will ask you include or exclude. Two options will be there. Okay. I will say include UFU star. I'm adding that this asterisk sign, right? It's a kind of star sign. This means this is a prefix of each file, UFU. After that, date is coming. Which date is coming? I don't bother about that, right? Everything should be like it only start condition is with the UFU. Okay. So it will pick up all files and make a union of them. You don't need to make a union manually here. Okay. You have a further two options here. Expand the search to the subfolder. Expand the search to the parent folder. Okay. By default, it is parent folder. If you have one parent folder, let's suppose you have a first folder, data. Inside that, there are a few files inside those. 10 files are there, but one more folder is inside the data folder. Okay. So this is you can say data one. If you want, Tableau should search the same files inside the parent folder, the child folder as well. Then you need to tick this option. I will show you how we will do that. Okay. So this is about how you can make it automatically. Any questions still so far in this manually or how you can? right? Now look at this. I have so many files here. Okay. So in this, it will pick up automatically. Okay. How we can do this? Let's come here. So this is, I will open here. Click here. Okay. Now look at my window. This is the folder student union. This is parent folder, right? Inside this, I have this child folder, and these are the other files, right? I will select it like this. Okay. In this, now what is happening by default? By default, this sheet is coming here. Sorry, your file, right? If you want to make the union manually, what I will do? I will pick up this here and drag on this like this. Okay. Now this is a combination of two files only, 2 years. Okay. You can do as many as you want. This is your choice. Okay. This is not mandatory. Okay. But this will take time. This you can follow if you want to analyze the less. You don't want to use all files, all data, then this is, you can choose this option, but I don't want that. So I will clear this area. Okay. Now, if you want to create the union automatically, double click here. When you double click here, this pop-up window will open. Okay. Here is a specific manual method, which I already told you. This is a wildcard method. Okay. Now in this include blank. So my file is starting with the student. After that, what is coming, I don't bother about that. Okay. So what I will do, I will say here, student, stop. Okay. We call it asterisk sign as well. Okay. This means everything. If you like, maybe notice somewhere you are importing the files, right? In Python library packages, you sometimes use some prefix dot star. This means it will pick up, import everything, which is starting with that word. And then I will say expand search to subfolders. So I will take this. Okay. And then we will say, okay. Okay. Now union is done. Okay. So it has two subjects now, right? Here we can check here. We will go here and scroll on here. Where is the subject? This one. So I can click on this, describe. Now you can see it search, combine, union your both files, right? This is a math and Portuguese, right? Both are connected, both are union, because I tick the option expand to the search subfolders. Okay, that's why. So this is confirming we have all data. So this is how you can union your data. Now I will go back to my slide section. Here we go. Okay. Now other way to combine the data is relationship and joins. We will talk about it in next lesson. Okay. This is the other way. Now we will start with the introduction to calculations in the Tableau. Okay. In the previous lesson, you did about the simple calculations, how to create the set, filters, hierarchy. This we did. Today we will talk about the calculated field. Before moving ahead, let's have a tour of this thing. Quick table calculation. Okay. Quick calculations mean you can apply this on the measurement directly. Okay. That is here. This is your dimension. This is your measure value. You can click on this icon, drop down, go to the quick table calculations, and these are the quick table calculations. It is so fast. You don't need to do anything. It will do everything for you. Either you want to looking for the running total difference, persons difference, total rank, anything. Okay. This is according to your requirement. Sorry. The second important thing is here, whenever you applied any quick table calculation here, okay, the sign will change this. The small drop sign means it will change into triangle. Okay, it symbolizes some calculative field is applied on this. Okay, you need to take care. Whenever you see someone's Tableau notebook, you see this sign on the measure. This means there is some calculation applied. Okay, so this is the important point. Now we will talk about the modifying quick table calculations. Okay, so if now you have applied, you may want to added anything in this, in the existing calculation. Okay, is you have these options. What it shows further, I will show you in the code along. This is a compute using to change the direction of the calculation across the row, across the column, whatever you want to do. Okay, relative to change the values are being compared. For example, what does it mean? If you have a 10 years data, you want to see the difference between from the first month of the each year, then what you will do? You may be interested to see the percentage different from the first month of the each year. Then you can choose the options from here. Previous month, previous day, last month, last day, first day. You have options in this. Okay, I will show you in this when we will do the code along. So clear table calculation means maybe you are not interested further in this calculation, you can clear it. Okay, quick table calculation, this is again new calculation to create the option. Okay, so this is about our quick table calculations. Any questions or what questions do you have till so far? All right.
Actually, I have a quick question. Do you use the wildcard option more often, or do you manually do your unions? Like, which one's like more common?
This is like a quick table. Your question is, we should apply this or the manual, the create calculated field option?
No, I'm going back to the unions. I was wondering how often you use the wildcard option
Oh, okay.
versus the the manual option.
Okay. Manual option, Joseph, you can use if you have, let's suppose you have a 10, 20 years data, right? You don't want to like take a burden right now. You want to maybe interested only to see the analysis. You want to do the analysis only up to the 5 years, maybe 10 years. Okay. Then you can use a manual method for the union. Okay. Because in the automatic method, wildcard method, you have an option only to like using the prefix asterisk sign. It will combine all like the data, whatever you have imported. Okay. This is a thing. This is totally dependent upon your requirement. Okay. So this is the like we are going to see the from the UFO data set, the line graph number of sightings over the time using this. We will first filter to this one. So this is my UFO data, which we have used last time. Okay. So in this, what I need to do first, I will import this one. Okay. And let's say date and time. Okay. So we will put the filter now as we did last time, like this. Range of dates. This one. Exclude the time. We will start with from 1990, 01, 1. We can use 2013. Okay. And then apply. Okay. Okay. So first we filter out this one. Now what is our second step? Calculate the percentage difference in the number of sightings relative to the previous date. As I told you like a few seconds ago, you have many options here relative to. This is what we are talking about here. Okay. Added the calculation to the change it to the relative to the first date. Okay. So we will come here. Here we go. This is the one, right? Here you click, as I showed in the slides, you will click this icon. quick table calculation. Okay, percentage difference. Okay, you can do that. It's done, right? Now, what is the next step? Added the calculation to change it to the relative to the first date. So we will come here. Okay, so we will click add it table calculation. Here we go. Now look at this window. It is showing what type of calculation you have applied. Okay, showing you the table across. Across means it will flow like from left to right, go down, left to right. This way it will do the calculation. Okay, so table across, right? If you want change it to the first date from previous to first date, so I will choose it from here. Okay, now it will take the first date of the first month of the each year. Okay, so this is how it will make the difference now. This is you can choose according to your requirement. Okay, how would you want, how your stakeholder wanted you to show the data? This is according to that, but these are the options relative to. Okay, so this is, we are done. We will close it. Okay, so this is how you can do the quick table calculation using the measure, and you can see the icon is changed into delta sign, right? It is a symbolizes we have applied any calculation here. If you don't know, you forgot what calculation you applied, you just go here, add it, calculate. It will show you. Okay, and what is next? Now it is asking for us to calculate the percentage of total types of the shapes using tree map graph. Okay, so we can do that. We will come here. Okay, so in this, what we will do, it is, where is the shape? This one. We will create a set here. If you remember, we did it in the previous lesson as well. This is top 5 shapes. Okay, by the field, you can count it by this. We can make it 5 and then okay. Okay, now it is asking us to do using tree map, but we don't need to do it here, the top 5. We can use it this one. So I will double click on the shape. Forget about this. Sorry, we don't need top 5. We need all shapes. Okay, now we want to see the count. This is a count. Okay, what you will do here, we will plot here this tree graph. Okay, now I plotted this tree graph. Okay, this is like just like a heat map as well. Okay, like showing you the different colors, and different colors are recognizing. If lighter the color, lower the value, high, darker the color, higher the value. Okay, if you want to make it more like like it make more sense, what we will do, we can copy the measure from here, this one, and drop it on the label like this. Okay, so it will start showing you the total number of the UFU sightings based on the shapes. Okay, this is like the way how you can make it the tree graph, do this calculation. And here we need to do one thing, percentage of total types for each shape. So now if you want to apply on this the calculation, we can click here, this percentage of total. Okay, like this. Now it is start showing you, instead of only the numbers, it is showing you the total percentage of over the year of the specific shape. Okay, instead of numbers. So here you have noticed I can apply the calculation from here as well, from here as well. It should be only the measure. Okay, now what is next? Now what questions do you have till so far? Yes, you can make it colorful, right? In this, you can change it from here, added colors, right? Choose any palette like this. I think I have chosen the same thing.
I was actually wondering how to change the color on the first assignment. So
Could we, there you go. But
yeah,
also, couldn't we re-add shape and then change it to a color palette as well? And then it would put a legend on the side?
Like you are saying, if we are adding the shapes first and this legend, yes, this is added.
If we shape again to the marks and then changed it to be a color category, then it would go in and color it, right?
No, it colored automatically. I did not drag and drop the colors count on this. How it come when you choose this option, it automatically generated with this one.
I was just saying because I did that on my project 4. I re-added it and then re-added the crime type and then colored it in. So it did all different colors.
You can do that. There are many ways to do in Tableau as well, right? But if I have chosen like this thing, it automatically give me that legends. I don't need to color it again. Okay. And about the color.
With you.
Okay. So in this, we color options for the tables or other things, we are going to do in detail in the next week. Okay. How you can formatting the other things. Now, what is next? So we are done with these quick calculations and this thing, right? Now we will jump for the calculated part. Okay. So quick calculation is something you can directly applying on the measure. Okay. But there are other ways as well. You can create the calculated field in which you need to write the code yourself. Okay. Tableau will give you the option. So this is called calculated field. Okay. When you either you can go to the analysis menu, there is the option create calculated field. You can choose from there. Other option is you can right click on the field. Okay. In this, it will open this window. Okay. The left section is where you will write your code, your command. And in this section, it will show you the all methods. Okay. You can choose, you can search if you want to search specific method. And the very good thing in this that it also give you the expression how you can write it. Okay. This is a very good method. Now we will talk about the formulas. Write a formula with the desired function on the desired field. As I told you, if you click on the like calculated field, you can choose the desired your function. Just apply it. It will start showing here. For example, if you have the measure date or dimension, you click on that, say create calculated field. It will start showing you that specific field here. You don't need to insert that. If you choose the option from going into the analysis menu, create calculated field, then you need to mention the name of the field as well. Then it will not show you by default. Okay. So this is the difference. When you are clicking on the specific measure, create calculated, field name will automatically come like the date is coming here. If I choose the analysis, go to the create calculated field, it will not show me. This will only open the blank window. I need to write everything over there. So here it is saying this is invalid because I am not doing anything here, right? In this, sorry, it is saying valid because it is not, right now you can see it is coming in the orange color. Okay. It will, this means this window will also tell you if you are doing something wrong or invalid. If you remove use instead of square bracket, we are using something else, it will show you the invalid, okay, in red color. So these are the formulas. We will talk about the other formulas here. You have a different type of functions for calculated field in this. You have an aggregation function, sum, average, median, count, and so on. You have a number functions which you will use for if you want to find out the mean max value. String functions, if you want to apply on the string function contains, replace or something. Date functions, we are going to use it in the next lessons today as well. And logical function is also we are going to work today. In Python, you are used to write the logical function like if condition colon, then action place. Okay. But in this, the syntax is different. Okay. So now, here we go. This is your date time for time series. Okay. In this, we are using the date name function. If I'm passing the weekday here, this means I want to show the name of the day. Okay. And instead of weekday, you can also add the hour, year, whatever you like, or whatever option is available in Tableau. Okay. So this is the thing. There is a more options. This is a table. If you want to try later on, this one, quarter, month, day of the year, and so on. So it will give you this type of results. Okay. You can apply on the date function and see what it is showing you. Now, here we go. Logic functions. This is conditional function. Okay. Logic word itself, like telling you need to put some logic with the condition, right? So in this, it is a if-else statement, right? In Python, you use double equal to for the comparison, but in this we will use is equal to. Okay. In Python, if you use is equal to sign, it means you are assigning value. Okay. No commas needed. Use then instead of tabbing over, like here. In Python, you don't need then. Okay. And must finish with the AND keyword. This is very important. We are finishing this logical conditional statement with the AND. Okay. So any questions till so far? We will do this in the code along as well, but any questions?
Is that asterisk, is that multiplication or is that returning all the records that meet the requirements?
Asterisk sign?
Yeah, it's like then sales asterisk 0.1. Is it multiplying by 0.1 or is it returning everything?
This is multiply.
Okay.
Here
That's my only question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was making sure I was understanding what's happening there.
Okay. So in this, now let's do week of the day using date name function with your UFO citing. Okay. Let's come here. This color is very bright. Okay. So now we want to show the number of the count based on the days. Okay. We will do. I want to create a one calculated field for the weekday. So we will go here. Look at this. See the difference. If I clicked on that, I say this. So what it is showing? It is telling me here date and time, right? And did you notice the field is coming itself here, right? And if I don't use this, okay, I go to the analysis, create calculated field, it is not showing me the field name, right? Because we are opening it from the above, right? I think it is coming with the date and time. I don't know whether it will show the date. It should be the date now. So we will say here week of the day, or maybe we can say only week. And then we can choose from here date name method. Now look at this. When I have chosen the date name, on the right side, it is telling me the expression. Okay. So it is telling me first you need to write the function name. Start with the round brackets, date part. Date part means whatever you want to show. Weekday, hour, minute, whatever you like. Okay. Then field name. Then what if you want to give this start of the week, you can, otherwise this is optional. Okay. So how we will do that? We will say here date name. Here I will say weekday, comma, we can mention here your field name. That is date posted. Let's try with the date and time. Okay. And then okay. Okay. So now we will say it here. Okay. It is showing the day name of the week. Okay. Now we want to show the total count. This is the total count. Okay. Now let's draw any graph. Let's draw this one. Okay. We will swap it. If you remember in the first lesson, we did not use it, but I tell you, you can use this method to swap your columns to row, rows to column, like this. Okay. In this, when you do like this way, this is showing the same values. I think we have a date and time. This is just because of that. Okay. In this, if you look at this, clearly like not telling you like it is on this way. Let me see. If you want to see on which day the most of the number of the sightings were coming, okay, in that case, you can use this reference line. Okay, this is just for the like to show which day has the highest number of the your line. Oh, sorry, sightings. Okay, in this with the average of this scrubbed day. Okay, this is showing line only, but you have other options as well with the confidence interval as well. Okay, so you can choose any. If I only choose a line, it will give you the average line up to what point your data can be live. Okay, and if I choose with the this, it will show you the confidence interval as well. Okay, the range. Now look at this. Okay, so it is just showing you up to this point average, your all weekdays have some number of sightings. Okay, but if it is showing the confidence interval till here in real. Okay, so this is the like deep analysis. If you want to look for deeply up to what point you have the maximum number of the sightings according to the days. Okay, it is showing me right now similar, there is a very less difference, okay, because we have created date and time week of the day using time actually. Okay, if you contain only the date, I think this will be the graph something little different. Okay, so you don't need to worry about that. But this is the way how you can do the deep analysis using your average confidence interval. Okay, so here you have the options to apply these reference lines, okay, constant line and other things. Okay, in this part. Questions still so far? Take your time. If something come up in your mind, feel free to ask. Okay. Now, we will use the UFU data for over Tableau along. Okay. In this, we will use this student union data set. Okay. You did this work in your previous start as well using this data set in which it was shown your letter grades based on their percentage, right? Like this. We are going to do the same thing using Tableau today. Okay. So how would you do that? Here we go. This is my data set. Okay. So this is the same way we need to create the union, which I have already explained to all of you. If you have any question about the union, you can ask before I move ahead. I would like to share one more thing. Here you can see it is telling you the path as well. If it is followed the parent inside folder path, it will tell you from where it pick up the data. Okay, you can see if we are doing that, we can make it this way. I think it will not come. So this is the this is your parent folder, this is child folder, and then you can see on the hover it is showing the then file name. Okay, this means you can track the things from here as well. Okay, now we will come to the sheet 1. Here we go. So first you need to create a grade percentage calculated field using an aggregation method. Okay. Now I will come back here. So where is my grade measure? Here. Okay. So can anybody tell me what I need to do to create a calculated field? What is the way? Where I need to click?
So you click the little drop down arrow to start.
Then we will go here, right? And what is the second method? Anyone?
Click on analysis at the top.
Rate yourself, yes. Okay, so we can do like this way. Okay, so in this, like if you want to do the percentage, okay, before doing this, I want to show you one thing. Let's say this is the sum of the grade. I will create the bin like method here. Look at this. If I'm clicking on this graph, look at this. It is showing me the total number of like the grades out of, we can assume, up to 20, right? This is from here to 20. Now if I to calculate the percentage, we can divide your grade with the 20. Okay, so we will do the same. Here we go, create calculated field. We will name it grade percentage. Okay, we can divide it with 20. This asterisk sign is multiply here. Okay, this one. So over everything is okay, calculation is valid, we will say okay. So it created this measure, new measure, calculated field. Okay, one thing I want to bring in your notice, when I clicked the bin graph, it created the here bin dimension automatically. Okay, we did not create it. When you will choose the bin graph from show me, it will automatically create it using that measure. Okay, it only need one measure when you want to plot the bin graph. Okay, now we will do the percentage here. We can create a new graph here like this. Okay, and see the result. Now this is the percentage. Okay, when you hover on that, it is showing you the percentage of the grade like this. Okay, now what is next? Now it is saying us to create a letter grade calculated field using logical function and show table with the student count. Okay, so we need to create the letter grade now. Okay, here we go. Here is our grade. This one, create calculated field. We will name it letter grade. Okay, so I have prepared my query for this. Okay, but I will explain you with the first line first, so it makes a sense to all of you. Right now grade is automatically coming, right? But we need to create the letter grade based on the percentage. Okay, so we need to change it. Here we go. If you can see, it is starting with the if. This is a logical condition. This is a field name, but this is not the correct field name because I did not use the brackets. So we can see what field name we need. If you type this, it will show you this. This is we want. Okay. If grade percentage is greater than equal to 90%, it says A grade, okay, to the student, right? And this is if it is greater than equal to 80, B. Else if, then B. Else if greater than equal to 70, then C. And then this ending with the AND statement. So I am going to copy and paste in the chat as well. If someone is doing the code along with me, they can. Okay. And I will paste this code in my Tableau as well. Here we go. We need to change. Copy and paste. Okay. So this is ready. So what it is just giving you the grade A, B, C, D, E, F according to the percentage of your grade. We will say okay. So our letter grade is ready. Okay. Now we will create a new table here for this. What I will do first, let's say this. Okay. And then there is a total number of this students lie inside this. So 84 students is with the grade A. This is from B and this is from C and so on, right? But now you know this is the grade of the student, but we don't know in which group they lie. Are they fail or pass? Okay. This is we need to do the next step. So here we will come further. Create a new pass-fail group where letters A, B, C are a part of pass and fail, D and F as the fail group. Okay. Now, till so far you have learned how to create the quick calculations, calculated fields. It's a time to learn how to create the group. Okay. We need to create the group on the letter grade. Click here. Come here. Group. Okay. When I clicked on that specific field, you can see in the pop-up window, it is telling me these are the group's name. Okay. And then we can name it with pass and fail. Okay. So how would you make it? First, you need to press the control button from your system. A, B, C. Okay. We will say it group. Okay, you need to click the group button. We will say it here, pass. Okay, and then I will again press the control button, this group, and we will say it fail. Okay, so this way you can create the grouping on the dimensions. Okay, because the grouping is something which we can create on the categorical data, can't create on the measures value. Okay, so apply. Okay, so we are here. Okay, we will add this. Now it is making little more sense, right? It is telling me this grade students are pass. This is the count, right? This students belong to fail grade, and this is the count. Okay, so now I am more interested to see like these students belong to which school, in which semester, and in which other option we have is school, semester, subject. Okay, so for this, I will tell you how you can create the hierarchy now. This is the next, your new method. So this is a school here. Okay, either you can do one thing, click here, hierarchy, create hierarchy. Okay, so it will pop up this window. We will make this hierarchy like school, semester, and subject. Okay, so you can name it with this way and then okay. Okay, so you can see school is already inside this. Okay, so now we can first drag and drop semester in this. Can you see? It is showing this black line. This is in your hand how you want to make the hierarchy. You want to keep the semester first, you can. This is your choice, but it doesn't make sense. First, we should know the school name. And then like this. Okay. And then I'm interested in the subject as well. So I will say here, subject. Okay. So this is the subject here. Now you can add this hierarchy into your this table. Okay. Like if we double click on school, it will add the school, semester, subject. Okay. Now we don't need to see the pass and fail. We can remove that. Okay. And if you want, we can keep the letter grade here. We can take it to the down. Subject. This. Okay. Now it is making more sense. Okay. So subject should, yeah, this is fine. Now it is telling you the students belong to which school? GP. This is in which semester, what subject, and what are the letter grades, count of the each student belong to. So you have a very deep information now, okay, about this. And then what else we can do? Here, now you can calculate the percentage of students count for letter grades and visualize as a dendrogram. Okay. So we will come here. Here we can make it like this. Okay. Colorful. Okay. This is dendrogram. And if you want, right, in this, if you want, you can remove the subject. Okay. Like this, then it will be smaller. Okay. And then now we can find the total percentage based on the count of the students. So you can click here, quick table calculation, percentage of total. Then it will start showing you the percentage form. Okay. So this is like how you can create a group, how you can create hierarchy, how you can create your use logical function. Okay. Using conditional. Okay. And in this, what is next? Maybe you are interested to look for the total, right? We can also do that. How you can do that? Click here, go analysis. Here is the totals. Okay. Now this is the most important thing here. This is like try to understand how it is going to calculate the percentage row wise, column wise, across the table, down the table. Lot of options are available in this. Okay. So in this, we will click on that, show the row grand totals like this. Okay. So now what is happening? It is showing you the 100% here. Okay. Why it is showing the 100% here? This is a question mark, right? And I explain you, just give me a second. Now we have a show column grand totals like this. Okay. Now look at this. It is showing you here percentage of column wise like this way. Okay. The reason behind that, although this all calculation is going on across the table by default. Okay. Across the table means your flow will be like this way. It will start from here, go row wise full, come down, then it rotate from here like this way. First, like this, and then start in the second row this way. This is called across the table. If I selected down the table, down, this is column grand total, then it will follow this way. Okay. But it is showing 100%. This will come only and only in case you have a multiple dimensions in your row shelf. Okay. Because look at this. Here I am telling them the school semester both. Right. When I will say, ask my Tableau to do the grand total of the row wise, then my Tableau cannot do the sum of school or sum of profit together, because these are two different dimensions. Okay, it will only show you the each mark percentage is done, 100% percentage is done. It will show you this way, because these are the two different dimensions in your row. If I give you one more example of the sales, if you want to look for the total sales sum and total profit sum, then these are two different things. Okay, so here we have this thing. We have a school name and semester. Okay, so it has the data based on this school as well. In this semester, that's why it is when it will do the total. It is measuring this belong to school this semester, and we have a grade as well. Okay, so this is the way how you can do the grand totals. And if you are interested to look for the calculation, you can go here, add the table calculation. See, this is the same window I showed you earlier as well. If you are interested to look for that, what calculations you have applied, this is percent of total, table across. You can change according to your requirement if you want, like this, right? This is a cell specific. Okay, this is for specific dimension. If you only interested to look for the total grand according to letter grade, you can choose this one. Okay, this is the way how you can make it calculations. Okay, and what else we are left? This is all about for over today's code alone. Okay, next I have the questions for all of you. We have a one challenge part. We will proceed with that. Before I open that, do you have any questions in calculations? Any confusion? Totals are a little bit tricky.
I don't have a question with the calculations. It's just importing all of the data sets for the union.
Yes.
Can you quickly go through that part again?
Union one? This one?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. You are asking me to how to do the union?
yeah.
Okay. So let me open this one. Oh, we can make a new one. So here is our new Tableau. You click here. Okay. So this is your main parent folder. Okay. Inside this, you have these like data, and you have a one child folder. In this is data belong to second subject. Okay. So I want to make a union of that. We have two methods. We will click this, open. So by default, you will have this window, okay, where you can see that this default table, right? So I am going to tell you the first way now, how you can do that. So here we can see I have a 15, 16, 17, 18, right? Again, I will repeat this. If you want to do the manual method, this is only successful whenever you are interested to do the manual, like part of the data set analysis. Otherwise, it's just wastage of time, right? Drag and drop, drag and drop. Okay. So in this, what you will do, the manual method is this. You will drag, select this, come here. Did you see? It's a union showing, right? It should come. And then you just drop. That's it. This is manual method. Okay. This sign will come. This is recognizing, this is symbolizing, this is union. Okay. And you can do with the more table like this. It will connect 3 tables, 4 tables, and so on. This is a manual method. Okay. So now I'm going to explain the second method. So we will drag and drop it in again. So this is, you need to take care one thing in your mind. Whenever you want to start the automatic method or wildcard method, okay, in that case, this window should be clear. Okay, there should be the no table. If by default one table, one data set is coming, you need to drag and drop it into the data source pane. Okay, and then double click here. Okay, so here you specific method we did it, you can drag and drop here as well, same way I showed you in the window. So we will choose this wildcard. Okay, in this it is showing you the all path. It will show you the parent path, you can see on hover. Okay, include, exclude, you have two options. Exclude means if you want to exclude something, okay, but you need to mention that. Include means if you are not worried about here, I will set here students. Why did I only mention the student prefix? Because my all files are starting with this prefix, but you may have the any other prefix on your files. Maybe UFU, maybe COVID, maybe sales, then you can use those words here. But prefixes should be same for all files. This is the condition for Tableau Union. Okay, you cannot import like that using wildcard, this one. So here one more thing come out. If you have a files with the different names, it is not with the similar name, then you can go with the manual map. Okay, you know inside that fields are same, but the file names are different, then you can do it manually. Okay, so this is, we will use the asterisk sign here, and I want to take out the all data from my child one as well. I will take it. It is called subfolders, and then just okay. I don't know, unable to complete the action. Why it is saying the no union? Oh, this is only student. Okay, so we will say okay. Okay, so it is a union ready. If you want to confirm it, okay, and then you can cross check here by from the subject, because I know, or you can also cross check with the path as well. Is it going inside my child folder or no? Okay, this is all right. Other ways we can check the subject, because we know we have a two subject folders inside our parent folder, right? So this is confirming the data is like get union properly. Okay, is it clear to you now, Brooke?
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome. Anybody have any other question?
Only thing I was gonna point out is that when you guys, if you have a done project for, it does take a few minutes for it to do the union. Just be aware of that. It'll be thinking for a few minutes, and then like the first time that you wanna go to your sheet to start working, it will also take, like on my computer, it took usually like a minute and a half or 2 minutes to be able to open that sheet. So just be aware of that when you're doing it. So that's why Nirja told us to be sure to save things, because sometimes it can get interrupted and it has to reconnect to the data frame. Just so you know, I'm just trying to help you guys.
Thanks, Ellie. And now, okay, so let me show you the today's code challenge. Here, you can use the data dictionary on the following slide, okay, to explore the features which is in your this students table. Okay, so we have now created the calculated group hierarchy. We did the grand total of percentage based on the each semester school subject, right? Maybe you can do the brainstorming. You can come out with any other useful information. Sorry, using this data set. Okay, so you need to look out for, this is the data dictionary for your help, which field is symbolizes what. Okay, and I will open the breakout room now. So we can make it very clear. And then all right. So these are the questions written here. Okay, you can create the Tableau story as well. Okay. In the recording. So how was your from the room number 2? Did you make something from room number? I was in the room number 1. In room number 2. Okay, so let's end the first lesson. So this was a summary of the lesson, how to merge the data with the unions we have used. In the next lesson, we will do relationship and joins. Create a quick table calculations, do the practice as much as, because this is the useful, most useful, only the most often used thing you are going to do with the analysis. Create a date functions, try other functions as well. Create a logic function, try to write the code as much as you can. Okay. In the next class, we will talk about the relationship and how to create a dashboard. Okay. And this is for your, like the table 2 5-level classification system. Okay. This is something related to, I think, students in this country. Excellent, very good, related to that. Okay. And that's all from our today's lesson. Okay. Now, if anybody